Well, good morning, welcome back. How are we all doing? Welcome to very beautiful but fantastically cold Torksey viaduct. It's that time of year again. We're back out to have a look at the river, which once again is in flood. So it's a bit of an unexpected trip out, this one. It's actually Thursday morning and I've got an unexpected 3/4 of a day off. So I've quickly got home, grabbed my stuff, grabbed my bag, GoPro, etc. and we've come for a wander out. So I thought I'd bring all you lot along with me. It is stunning out here today. As I say, it's mega cold. They got down to about -7 last night in here in Lincolnshire. It's still about -2 now, but it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. You can see for miles. And as I said, we're here to see River Trent, which you can see is well in flood. Swans aren't bothered, living a dream. I did a couple of these videos at the beginning of last year when we had the record floods on the Trent. So I'm going to do a similar sort of thing today. I'm going to stop off at various points along the way and we'll have a nosy around, see what we can see, and chuck the drone up as well because it's a perfect day for it. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a walk and a drive rather than just a walk, but everything's still white over. It's bitterly cold, but very lovely. Yes, this is Torksey Viaduct. If you've seen any of my other Trent videos, you'll know this quite well. Saves me explaining it. Right, just for reference, there's a gate down there underneath that water which takes you across that way, and that was also a footpath. So there's easily about 8 foot of water, or this is 8 foot deep, should I say, easily. Okay, it's gorgeous. What a gorgeous day. Right, so the reason for all this flooding, it's now Thursday, and on Saturday night stroke Sunday we had a fair bit of snow. Obviously we had all the snow in the Peak District, which would have gone into the Derwent, and the Derwent goes into the Trent, as well as many other little rivers. Then Sunday into Monday, we had loads of rain in Lincolnshire as well, and couple that with a fair bit of snow melt, and this is what we've ended up with. Still coming over now there, look. Look at the icicles on the grass. I don't know if you can pick them up, but all the bigger blades of grass were covered in ice. It was meant to be going down. I know it's on, this area is on amber alert, and there's a couple of other places which we'll look at further down upstream, sorry, which are on red alert. Well, I'm just going to check the tide time now because it's been higher, because there's about an inch there between the water and the ice. Right, so I've just crossed over the other side of the river. We was stood somewhere over there, over that way, and the Torksey Viaduct. And we'll just come over to Torksey pumping station, and we'll have a walk back up this way. That's Torksey Arm there, where it runs into the Fosdyke. We'll have a look at that in a bit. Yeah, it's quite peaceful. Very high, very fast flowing, but you know, it's just making its way along. Happily as you please. Right, so this part of the river is known as the Torksey Arm. Still tidal, but the river runs left to right that way, Gainsborough that way, and then on towards Newark that way. Excuse the noise of that pump. I think it must be pumping out as a dike that runs just down there. It must be pumping out there maybe. Yeah, you can see it there, look, bubbling up. You can see. Yeah, I digress. The Torksey Arm, which leads underneath Torksey Bridge, which is just down here, through Torksey Lock, and onwards towards Lincoln along the Fosdyke Canal. One of the oldest, thought to be the oldest navigable canal in the country, which leads up that way for about, I think it's about 15 miles. Ends up in Lincoln. Yeah, the arm's about, I don't know, it's probably maybe 20 metres wide. It leads up under the bridge, but I'll go and get onto the bridge in a minute. But all this down here is iced up, where there's not much flow. Yeah, you can see the arm a bit better now in between those two pontoons. Yeah, absolutely solid. With there's a pallet in there, there's half a tree, and all the usual junk that comes down, plastic bottles and whatnot. Yeah, Torksey Lock, automated. The only thing that's holding the Trent back from the Fosdyke, which is just down there. We'll get up on Torksey Bridge in a sec. So I've just crossed Torksey Bridge now. Excuse the car noise. So Trent's over there. This is the Fosdyke Canal, which leads up towards Lincoln. It's absolutely frozen solid from about there. Frozen solid, amazing. So shows how cold it is. You can see the ice and that down there, can you? But anyway, Fledborough Viaduct. This is the old, a bit similar to Torksey Viaduct, a disused railway which has now been put to good use for everybody else. We've got the village of South Clifton that way, and North Clifton just down there through those trees. It's a fabulous little walk, this one. That takes you up towards Fledborough, and you pass. There's a couple of old train stations that you go past as well. Cool little walk if you're in this area. So we have had quite a bit of flooding in Lincolnshire. As I said earlier in the video, there's Monday we had loads of rain, and then Sunday night we had a bit of a thaw, obviously with the rain as well. And Monday was just horrendous. Loads of roads flooding and fields flooded. A couple of little rivers There's a little river, the River O in Scotter, in between Gainsborough and Scunthorpe, that flooded. Obviously the Trent's flooded. It's incredible, isn't it, when you think about it, the amount of water that must come down into this river to make it flood like this. I mean, admittedly it's not as bad as what it was. I think it'd be about this time last year actually, first week in January, when we had record floods, when it properly flooded. And there was a lot of homes got flooded further upstream as well, which obviously isn't good, but it's staggering, isn't it, when you think about it. It's a beast and it's very destructive, but it's gorgeous. There's something weirdly beautiful about it when it's like this. We've even got, if I run quickly, another fantastic thing about living in Lincolnshire is that over there. I hope you can pick it up. The Vanavas are just practicing. That spaghetti display, whatever it's called, where they come down and they all sort of fan out in one like that. I'm sure it's called spaghetti manoeuvre or something. I hope you can pick that up just there. One of the regular things we get to see in Lincolnshire, we get to see the Red Avers practicing. Used to be based at Scampton, but now Boddington. There we go. Can you see? It's there. Ignore that car horn. I think all 9 are up by the looks of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can't tell. I think all 9 are up anyway. I love the Red Avers. I could spend all day watching them. Right, I think the next stop is going to be Besthorpe, I think. But as we get further upstream, that's where it's been quite bad. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to see. Right, so I've had to have a slight change of plan. We've come all the way down to Winthorpe near Newark. You might just be able to see Newark Sugar Factory and then the A1 crossing there. So the river should be over them trees. Yeah, I went to Collingham, Besthorpe and Girton, and they've got it quite bad there. They're all down on a red alert, so you can't actually get down to the river because all the roads are just flooded. So I've had to make it down here, and I've just took the drone up, and Newark is just a lake. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, but this part is non-tidal because we're above Collingham Weir, which is 5 or so miles down that way. But yeah, I just had the drone up over that way, and it's just water as far as the eye can see. But I was going to go to Dunham Bridge, but then I realised I ain't got any change to get over the bridge because there's nowhere to. Well, there is somewhere to park on this side of the river, but it's underwater. So I've just had to nip into Collingham to get a bar of chocolate because I've not had enough chocolate over Christmas, to get some change to go over Dunham Bridge. So on the way back, we'll head over Dunham Bridge, because that was on red alert as well. And I think there was a fear they was going to have to shut the road and shut the A57, which is just chaos. Right, so I'm going to head back downstream towards Gainsborough. I'm going to stop at Dunham Bridge, I think. Now I've got some change to get over, so we'll see what it's like at Dunham. Then possibly Marton, a little bit further towards Gainsborough. And I'll stop at Gainsborough, then I might go even further down, which it's not flooded, but it's going to be really high. Might go to Stockworth, we'll see. But this is Winthorpe and Newark, just over there. So let's go and see what's like at Dunham Bridge. Right, Dunham Bridge. So that's Lincolnshire side, Nottinghamshire side now. And the river's usually where that middle stanchion is there. The river's just usually the other side of that. There was on red flood watch earlier on today, because I think there was fear of it coming over that side and then shutting the road off. But it doesn't look too bad at the minute. You can see just how cold it's got. How thick the ice is, look at that. It's like 2 finger widths thick. Right, ordinarily you come down these steps and head that way. That's part of the Trent Valley Way. But as you can see, there's now a river. And it's actually filling up this bit. You can see that, but there it's coming in. So even though the river's flowing out to sea and effectively going down, it's probably still coming up because of all the water that's coming down. And we've got high tide in a couple of hours as well, so yeah, it's an interesting few hours, I think. But when you're down this low to the river, you really get a sense of how fast it's going. Frightening, absolutely frightening. I'm not going to bother going down there because it's swamp. Right, so we've come to Marton. This is 3 or 4 miles outside of Gainsborough, just at the pumping station. And the river would normally be just beyond those trees and swing its way over there. We've got Cotton Power Station in the distance. And this pumping station here, so a lot of the water will go into these dikes and it get pumped back into the river. So these 3 big pipes, and I'm not going to lie, this looks frightening. You would not want to be down there. I mean, the river's over that way. I can't remember if there's like a culvert bit that goes into the river here. Can't remember. Certainly won't want to fall in there. Right, so we just made our way up to West Stockworth, back on the tidal bit. And that's the entrance to the Chesterfield Canal. And usually the river is way down there. But it's so powerful this end. A hell of a lot more wider. So it's not actually flooded, but you just get a sense of how high it's come up. Mad really. Say it's usually way down below there. It's up a good 10 foot easy. This is the entrance to Chesterfield Canal and Stockwell Marina. Right, so we've made it to our final stop. Now a little trip along the Trent. It's my hometown, Gainsborough. Trent Bridge just there. You might recognise this from from the video I did just before Christmas actually. And the river's definitely not as high this far up, definitely not. It's gone down a little bit, admittedly, because it's come up to where that sort of line of ice is there. But just for reference, when we had the record floods this time last year, the river was coming over. It was just about here actually. So the river was topping over straight over this bank, filled all that as far as the eye can see. But look at that sun. That's why we've come down here and treat water to a beautiful Lincolnshire sunset. So yeah, the river's definitely well up, but it's nowhere near coming over here. They've certainly had it a lot worse on the non-tidal, well down to the upper reaches of the tidal, Collingham, that sort of way, and on towards Newark. They've definitely had it worse down there. So hopefully over the next couple of days it will start to recede. There's no big tides or anything, so should be all good. Right, so all that remains for me is to say thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little walk and drive tour of the Trent. So I'm going to leave you with that sunset. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. So enjoy this beautiful Lincolnshire sunset. I'll see you again soon on the next one.